Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Pick up your logo merchandise by heading over to abvnetwork.com, clicking on Shop, and start filling your basket today. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for something for yourself, a customized gift, or logoed items for your business gift shop, the Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. That's the number 2 in the Bar to Go. Don't forget our friends at Neely Family Distillery now ship their unique distilled spirits directly to you. To order yours, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we're going back in time to September 2020 to evaluate Experiment 35. One of 60 experiments, StilL 630 in St. Louis, is releasing over a 5-year time frame. My name is Justine Maines. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley.
Hey, Justine, how you doing?
Good, Steve. How are you?
Good. That DeLorean looks nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got the flux capacitor fixed, and we're heading back to September 2020.
Hit 88 mph, and there we go. We'll be able to do it. So what happened is, we've been busy. Dave's busy. There was a pandemic that happened. There's a whole thing. So we're behind. There's months that we missed, but we're going to do all of them. So just randomly from time to time, any month that we missed, we're going to go back and do. This happens to be X-35. This is a very interesting one, but we'll talk about that in just a second. It's one that you and I have been kind of avoiding because we're a little bit scared of it. Should be an interesting one to taste. So we'll tell you.
I mean, that's probably not something you should have said out loud.
It's scary. It's scary. I don't. For me, it's scary. And I know you've said it's scary for you too. So I'm just being truthful. So, but it's something I want to talk to you about, Justine. Kind of cool. So my buddy Mark, he's a cool guy. He's got a lot of different interests. He does some graphic art stuff for me. And if you've ever seen any of my books, he designs the covers and those types of things. These guys I've known since I was a kid, since grade school. I actually was more friends. He's about 5 years younger than me. So growing up, like when you're kids, that's a huge difference. When he's 8 and we're 13, I'm not hanging out with that kid. I'm hanging out with his brother. So his brother was my age. So we went all the way through school. But as you get older, that 5 years doesn't really seem like it's different at all. So, for a while, he, would refer to us as the old guys. When we're in college, he's in high school and all that stuff. But now all that's gone away. And we're the same age. He caught up to me in my mind. So, but we always hang out, and he's an interesting guy. One of the things he does a lot with cooking and things like that. And he's been, making his own hot sauce. And what he does, he takes my old X bottles from StilL 630. So when I empty a bottle out, he saves it. He had mentioned that when he saw those, he's like, what are those bottles? And I'm like, StilL 630, local here in St. Louis, they do the experiments. And he's like, when you empty those, can you give me those bottles? So I did. And he makes hot sauce now. Again, not a commercial product or anything, just for his friends. And he puts it in these bottles. So if you're friends with Mark, you get a bottle of hot sauce, and man, it is really good. And so I now have hot sauce too. So since I give him the bottles, he supplies me with the hot sauce, and so I'm on the list of people who get a bottle from time to time.
Does he? What does he make this hot sauce out of? Like, does he use any whiskeys? Or anything?
No, I don't actually know the recipe. He grows all the chilies himself, so it's out of and it's a variety of chili peppers. It's not one, and then there's some other spices and stuff in there as well. It's very different than a commercial hot sauce where it's typically strained and things like that, and there's nothing in the bottle. With this, you're going to see some peppers, some seeds. You're going to see some herbs and spices in there, and it's just delicious. I mean, I don't know. It could be a commercial hot sauce if he ever, he's got a regular job and family and stuff, but it's something I feel like he could do. It's really good. So
does he make like different variations, or is it all the same? Like, does he make like super hot, mild hot?
For right now, it's just been one level of heat, but I guess down the road, maybe it's something that he does look at doing. And because we've always been into peppers and stuff like that. This kind of group, his brother, him, me, and then a couple other our friends have been always into the hot sauces and things like that. And first he's the first one to kind of make his own hot sauce. But we've always, hey, try this hot sauce, do that. And so, yeah, it's kind of cool that he's doing that now. And again, he's not selling them or anything. They're not for sale. There's no place I can say, go buy one. I'm not helping him pitch anything. It's just for his friends and stuff like that. So,
Cool.
But it's cool. Yeah, he's doing a neat job. And but I just thought that was kind of cool that Still 630 plays a role in that. So, yeah. Have to get Dave a bottle of it, see what he thinks. If he likes hot sauce, I don't know. So cool. Well, tell us a little bit about X-35, what we're going to be trying here today, Justine.
It is agave. It was aged 24 hours. The expression is smoked mushroom, and it is, as always, 100 proof.
100 proof. Okay. Take your bottle. You've got your bottle there. Hold it up to the light and take a look at that thing. They literally, I don't know if you remember doing when they made this one. Again, it's a year ago now. We had to go back in the time machine. But Andrew and Dave smoked these on like a barbecue grill, these huge mushrooms. And so it's infiltrated and in there. And then these are non-filtered. He doesn't filter the experimental collection. So you see, again, very, very small pieces in there. And that's going to be, adding that flavor to this. So this one's a little scary to me. I don't know. I'm not a mushroom guy.
I was going to say, how do you feel about mushrooms?
I don't like mushrooms. So this has me freaked out. But I'll keep an open mind for audience. And again, probably most know this, Justine, but agave would be like tequila. But we can't, it's made in America, so we can't call it tequila. But we can call it, agave, which is the plant that it's made from. So so this is going to be like a smoked mushroom tequila, if you will, would be the best way for a descriptor, though legally it can't be called that, of course. So what are your thoughts here? You interested in it, or are you scared?
I'm not scared per se.
What are you a mushroom fan?
I'm interested. I don't go out of my way to eat mushrooms. The only thing I really eat mushrooms in, and it's only if other people prepare it that way, are like on pizza or spaghetti.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not, I guess, opposed to mushrooms.
So it's one of those things that I fall into. If there's things that I don't like, in my personal life, and it's me involved in it, I just won't have them there. But so the mushrooms would be like that for you. If you're cooking and preparing yourself, you're not going to have mushrooms in it. But if you go to a place or a restaurant that prepares, it's not like you're freaked out or grossed out by it. You'll eat it and maybe even enjoy it, but it's not anything that you would ever go out of your way to do. So
yeah,
should be good. All right, well, let's do the old cork pop here before we get on to the tasting and all that kind of stuff. I went first last time, so you got to go first this time.
Okay.
That's pretty good. You did. You got it again. So let's see here how I do. I can't imagine beating that, but I'm going to try. Maybe. Here we go. No, not as good as yours. Yours was crisp and clear. Mine, I did a little bit better than the last one that we did, but not as good as you. So there you go. Cheers, Justine. Let's talk about this one after the break. Don't want to give any hints now. So just we'll say a little cheers. We'll go out to break, and then when we come back, we're going to nose this one. We're going to taste it. We're going to tell you about it. Then we're going to rate it. Talk to you in a few.
Hello, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, and let's talk for a moment about our sponsors, the people that make this show happen. First up is our friends at Moonshine University. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification at their office in Louisville. The information I learned through lead instructor Colin Blake and their team there is something that I continue to draw upon frequently in my role at the ABV Network. It truly is the standard of establishing a benchmark of knowledge of the bourbon industry. From history to production to brands and people, it's all there. Check out their full listing of programs, including Executive Bourbon Steward certification, production classes if you're considering starting a distillery, and much more at moonshineuniversity.com. I also want to talk about Neely Family Distillery. Back in May of 2018, I met Royce Neely at Limestone Branch's Craft Bourbon Festival. It ended up not only being the start of a great friendship, I started to truly learn about what makes craft whiskey so amazing. You see, I had been a bourbon drinker for over 30 years at that point, and like many people who had been drinking bourbon a long time, I was hard-coded into thinking big bourbon was where it was at and craft was on a journey to get there. Spending time with Royce and learning the things he does to make his whiskey taste better started to really get me to appreciate how things like sweet mashing, open top fermentation, pot distillation, and the grains you are using not only makes your product taste better coming off the still, but also out of the barrel as well. I still love heritage brands and they make up a bulk of my collection. But when you find a craft distiller that is truly dedicated to the craft of distilling, you are drinking some of the best whiskey out there on the market today. That's exactly what's happening at Neely Family Distillery today. Check them out on the web at neelyfamilydistillery.com, or better yet, stop by and see them at their distillery in Sparta, Kentucky. And now, back to the show.
All right, I'm Neil.
And I'm Melanie.
Together we're the Robinsons, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are evaluating Experiment 35 from StilL 630 in St. Louis.
Yes, we are. Okay. We'll talk about nose first. What do you think of the nose?
I definitely get the smoke.
Smoke, yes. I would say pungent would be a word I would use. And that doesn't necessarily have to be bad. Like there's cheeses that have a very, it almost smells like some sort of smoked cheese or something like that. Some aged smoked cheese or something, I would say.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not bad.
It's not bad on the nose.
Yeah,
Like I definitely get the smoke, and I almost could probably pick out if I didn't know that there was mushroom in it. I would have maybe said there was some type of mushroomy scent to it. I don't know. There's something sweet there too.
Something sweet, okay.
It's kind of like an afterthought, I guess, maybe. There is something, I don't know, maybe honey.
Honey, okay.
I don't know. I get something sweet. I would say honey.
Okay, let's give it a taste and see where we're at. Here we go. All right. Okay. Definitely high on the smoke scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very smoky. Pretty far up there. And kind of overwhelming on the taste palate. I don't know that I'm getting a whole lot else besides that. What about you? Anything else you can say on there? Again, I'm not a big mushroom guy, but I can't say that if someone said, "Here, taste this," I'd be like, "Oh, that's mushrooms." I'm not getting really that. Getting more along the lines of a smoked cheese. That's what it kind of tastes to me like. It tastes. There's a cheese element to it. There's something there. I'm not exactly sure what, but or why. But for me, it tastes like a cheese.
So I've never had it. But like obviously when you smell things, you can taste it.
Right.
This would remind me if somebody ordered like a bacon mushroom mozzarella burger.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. And like I said, I've never actually ate one, but I've been around people who have like ordered like a mushroom mozzarella burger, and obviously I can smell it, so then it hits my taste buds too. But yeah, it's definitely, I was a tad bit apprehensive at first, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I agree.
It definitely has its distinct place.
I'm surprised, but surprised in a good way here. So I like it. It's surprisingly good and not anything I was anticipating. I was not into this idea, but we got to do it. It's part of what we do here, and trying it. It's like when a kid. I don't like that. Well, you haven't tried it. Well, I don't like it. Try it. Oh, hey, that's not bad. So yeah, it's good.
I'm not certain that it's something that I would drink neat, but it would definitely make some interesting cocktails.
Yeah,
And I think it would hold up in a cocktail
I definitely.
with
Definitely.
the taste and it's got an appropriate amount of heat to it. It would not like disappear in a cocktail at all.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. So our rating scale is as follows. We've got pass if you think it's something you should totally avoid. We've got try before you buy and buy it now. You went first last time. I'll go first this time. I feel like this one is as solid as try it before you buy it as it can be. It feels like that's what it needs to land on because it is so unique, so different. I mean, I don't know that there's any other smoked mushroom agave whiskey out there to be found. So it's hard to give this one a buy it now when there's no real parameter for or benchmark in your mind of what it is. I think you need to taste it. And if it's something you like, pick up a bottle. Again, I'm enjoying this bottle. I'll finish this bottle and I will drink it, but I don't know that would be one I would go out of my way to get. Kind of like the way you handle mushrooms. It's here. Okay, I'll have it. I don't dislike it, but it's also not something I would seek out. So that's my take on it. How about you?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think it's definitely distinctive enough that it's a try it before you buy it. I'm not even certain, like, I don't really know what else would need to be done to this to make it something to add to his lineup. Like, so it's definitely not a pass. It is,
Right.
yeah, it's definitely try before you buy.
Yeah, it's one of those unique ones, Justine, where it feels like a lot of people could say no to it, but the people that say yes would be like super fans of it. It feels
Right.
like because it's so different that there could be plenty of people who be like, no, this is not good. But then there'll be the ones that buy it and be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever drank. So it's that sort of unique. So yeah, definitely an interesting one. This again, X-35. Dave keeps the back ones these until they sell out, and I think he makes enough that normally he's got most of them in stock going all the way back. So if it's something that interests you and you're at the distillery, ask him for X-35, and he should be able to pick you up a bottle. So check it out. Tell us a little bit about the events themselves, Justine, if people are interested in this, where they roll these out.
So X-35 is a perfect example of trying before you buy it. On the first Friday of each month, you can show up at the distillery around 5:30 to participate in these tastings. You definitely want to make sure that you get the cocktails that the librarians make up. And this was definitely one that I would have liked.
Yeah,
I would have liked to remembered like the cocktails that they made with this. Like, would definitely be good.
Yep.
The address of the distillery is 1000 South 4th Street, and if you want to check them out on their website, it is still630.com.
Very cool. All right. There you go. So, of course, check out Still 630, as Justine said, still630.com. And again, sign up for their stuff because Dave does such a great job of keeping you up to date on what's going on in the distillery. So check that out. And they're all over social media, the same thing, Still 630. Justine, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze. You can find our shop at abvnetwork.com and on Instagram at abvnetworkshop.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got that company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Please check it out because everything that we do is out there. All of our shows, blogs, merchandise through that. We do virtual events. You want to check those out. So again, abvnetwork.com. Justine, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. That helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theabvnetwork.
All right, great job today, Justine. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. We're looking forward to that. Hope you are as well. We'll see you then. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Before we finish the show, let's chat for a moment about Moonshine StilL Pro. Moonshine StilL Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you just want to experiment on a small scale on the stove in your kitchen or try your hand at a bigger setup in the backyard, Moonshine StilL Pro can help. They have different still offerings as well as accessories and even grains from Goldstone Mill to help you make whiskey on par with what you get from your favorite distillery. They can even assist with a DIY still project by supplying some of the parts you can't make yourself. Check them out at moonshinestillpro.com. At the ABV Network, we're lucky enough to have some great friends. Amongst those friends is the Goldstein family, owners of Goldstone Mill. Goldstone Mill is a full-service mill offering a variety of heritage and heirloom grains. Their unique approach of working with mills around the country allows them to offer you affordable shipping opportunities to meet the unique needs of your distillery or brewery. They will consult with you to ensure the grains you are selecting meets the unique flavor profiles you are looking for. If you are a home brewer or distiller and you're looking for the grains that your local distillery or brewery uses, Goldstone Mill is the place to look. Check them out on the web at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or shoot them an email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.